Trouble na Abusuapanin 2pac name no enyamba na wie ye ena eye paako so abusua ko na abusua no omatu ne di na fiade so nene na wesa nka Abusuapanin 2pac ekogina abusua na namu na tese okohia eye gan eye chiefs no ni nyina ne yensem aba mountain se eye dad Lumba yesie no ewo ye ne fie a tese ewo eye nkran a tese eno na council etuot ko fa ba ya tese council etuot kwa ya kye wo ho back and front enkrofo bi krampo akọ eye dad Lumba fie tese one crime se nko mo kwa he se ampa se dadi Lumba yesie no ewo fie ho no ampa na eno ana tese ne asetena koye na ene no masamo eye Abusuapanin 2pac se nko mepiem na ometre nsem mu dadi Lumba eba ne sen ena tese ne fie a ewo enkran ena omakwa akosie no ho na eye gan chiefs and elders ene na omotwen Abusuapanin 2pac no omedi nkomo akyerem the reason intia eni kwan se onipa anase as a normal human being yesie ewo fie na ensem a omodi atodwarom enya nsem ketwa na omodi message and warning e de ma Abusuapanin 2pac ene paako so abusua no ose omatete nsem se Abusuapanin 2pac yetu na de so ose se yetu na de so a momfo obi mesi nanan because dadi Lumba sie mosie no fie ho no edfi aka eye asase no yetie nsem a omoka ne
welcomes all of you this very morning. The intent of gathering seemed to have changed a little bit. We intended meeting elders and family members of the late Daddy Lumba. It was his name. He was popularly known as Daddy Lumba. The sitting has changed, like I said earlier. As we sit here, we are representing the entire Gadangme state. There is an Abusuapanin by name Nana Minipoachole, Nana Victor Kofi Owusu, and he is also popularly known as 2pac. So Nana Victor Kofi Owusu, known as 2pac. We have heard and have been reliably informed that the body of the late Daddy Lumba has been buried in Accra, and the vicinity in which his body laid planted in the soil falls under the Nungwa stool. Now, burying people in their homes is something that is not accepted or tolerated in the customs and traditions of the Gadangme people. If something like that has to be done, a lot of things have to be put in place. For instance, we in Nungwa especially, we are typical traditional people. We do not do culture. Most people don't know the difference between tradition and culture. And when it comes to talking about customs, people would always confuse and be talking about culture and our culture. We in Nungwa, we don't do culture. We do tradition. Because if I have a tradition and you have a tradition, and you allow your tradition to be influenced by another tradition, then you don't have a tradition again. What you have is called culture, but tradition, you can't destroy it. We are serious on this very matter because in the land of Nungwa, we have deities. We don't have gods. We have deities. And the deities that we have, we call them Jemman. If somebody has wong, you can buy wong on the market. You can create your own one. But when we talk about Jemawon, our deities are worshipped not only at one particular place, but a deity that we have as Jemawon spreads among all the traditional stool lands of both the Gan and the Dangbe. We are looking at the burying of Daddy Lumba, especially in Accra. We don't owe much to say if he is to be buried in Accra, because there are established cemeteries in Accra that the body can be taken to.
Enti utie eye elders and as chiefs enkomo mudi eno no mo beko details on eye nseminim se Daddy Lumba mesie no godfie no edifin aka eye asase no impo so mutu eye amu no edi free eye fie honom edekọ eseye kosia still ewe so mo pata eye tese nananom.
It is dirty to have dead bodies coming closer to our deities. We do not permit that. And the spirits around us also do not permit that. If you do that, you have to pacify not just the land, but you pacify the deities, and you have to pacify the traditional leadership that have control over the territory that this very body has been buried. When you come out of that, environmentally, it is also against the laws of the state and against the laws of the community that this has been done. One, if the body begins to rot in the ground, water that is from this very body can seep down into the soil. To cut it short from here, imagine the one who stays next door has a borehole that provides water for the household that he resides in. This dead body, water from it can seep down and destroy the good ones that has to be tapped out of the soil. So we talk about this as a degradation of the environment. Number two, what about if this very dead body buried has a particular disease on it before it was buried? It will be a problem then for the community that could also spread to enter into other communities about. So, looking at the situation medically, it is not acceptable for dead bodies to be buried in the homes of the people that live in. Number three, it is again not acceptable for this to be done. If you have to do such a thing, you will have to consult government, and government must give you a permit at least before you can do such a thing. But although we have government, we have allodial powers that is also recognized by the same government. So government cannot give a permit to somebody to be buried in his home when the leadership of the allodial owners of the land are not in the know. They have to be informed before such a thing can be done. Like I said before, their people do not tolerate such a thing. And the Dangme people also don't tolerate such a thing. It is given as an issue that seriously has to be debated upon before something like that can be done. So, when we heard about this, and we were, like I said, reliably informed, we tried to get into contact with Abusuapanin Victor Owusu, known as 2pac, to raise the awareness that we have had and put it into his thinking that we don't tolerate such a thing. So today, we were expecting that the invitation extended to him to appear here this morning could be honored. We have sat for some time. He had not arrived. But there are rumors, and some say there are informations that the said Abusuapanin Victor Owusu has been removed as head of family. That is what has come to us. But we are saying that if Owusu 2pac could not come here, the body is still remaining in the soil. So whether Owusu comes or Owusu doesn't come, there can be a next head of family to lead the deceased Daddy Lumba. We are saying the body over there is what we are talking about. So legally, we will extend invitation to the same family, whether they have a family head or they don't have a family head. We will extend message to them to appear here, because if the body is removed from the soil, they will still have to pacify the deities of the land, and then pacify the community, and then answer questions that we are going to put before them. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, elders of Nungwa, we would not like to speak too much or talk too much on this, but this is the information.
Eno ene eya chiefs and elders ene never senka eya pakoso Abusuapanin eya Abusuapanin 2pac eya tunade so ene never sen kokopiem ewo manim no koyi ene never sen kokopiem ekoyi nsema no, but wantimi anko obi nim say tu eya tunu no enu nti o, because ono wadi kan beka say obi antimi ntu no age say otumfo say tutu eno ena chese ka chiefs no ede omo nsem ede atodwa ewo honom na ha Dowona TV chewadwen e comment section.